Hello, Tea family. How are you today? So, we had some audio issues yesterday with our live that we normally do on Sundays. And I wanted to record this because a little bit of what I said didn't come out. And I thought it was a really important thing to share. So, I promised everybody yesterday in the live that I would re record, and that's what I am doing right now. I do want to say, have you ever felt like your brain's racing and you can't catch up? Like the world's almost a little too loud, too fast, too much? Comment in the chat or in the comments, yes, if you've ever felt like that, or maybe even feel like that today. If you do, or if you have, you're not alone. One of the things that I will tell you is that there are many that are the same. And that's kind of what started this idea. Yesterday's live was originally scheduled to be about something else having to do with tea. However, one of the things that I found was that quite a few people that I know, friends and acquaintances, and so much during the week had been having those overwhelming moments of like, hey, how are you? And they're like, oh, and you're like, okay, that's not good. And so, what I thought I would do is share one of my tools that I use to kind of reset. No surprise to anyone, it does involve tea for me, but not in the way that most people drink it, and not even in the way that I normally drink my tea. Well, when I have those moments, I have found that this particularly helps me. And so I thought I would share and maybe it will help you. So, most people drink tea just as a regular beverage. I know I love tea. I don't drink coffee, or, I do drink other drinks, but I don't drink coffee. So, I would say, that's the normal way most people think of tea. But I want to talk to you about it, using tea as a powerful way to reconnect your body, your senses, and everything. Something I'm kind of calling the five senses tea experience, for lack of a better term. It's how I like ground myself. It's how I bring myself a little bit of peace when life is getting very chaotic and I'm in the stage as well. And so I thought I would share that with you. So if you have questions, even though this is a recording, please put them in the chat or comments. I will answer them. I normally do this on a live, so I'm used to a lot more interactive, but I will answer them. But that's what I thought we would talk about today and what I tried to talk about yesterday. So, first, I want to talk about sight. And we're going to go through the five senses. So, we're going to start with sight. And so, what I'm looking at here, actually, let me back away. And we're going to be talking, I'm brewing and have brewed up some breakfast blend. Now, this is just a regular breakfast black blend of teas. And that's what I'm using today. So, the first thing I'm going to do is say, look at it. And there we go. Got my camera. There we are. Look at that. It automatically synced in. You see how big the leaves are. You can see some of the texture and really kind of look at it. Take in what it looks like. Now, this is not as um, vibrant in color and things as if this was a different blend. For instance, if I was doing Harmony, I'd have the red of the freeze-dried strawberries, and I'd have orange from the orange zest, and I would have the green from the green tea blend and things like that. And it's going to make more interesting, but really look at it. Each ingredient is there for a reason, and so I do want, as one of my tea leaves drops out, I do want to say, like, this is where it's going to begin. Take a moment and really look at the tea. And the second is something that I would naturally do that I had to stop myself from doing, and that is smelling. One of the best parts of the live shows that we do in the live events is that we have all these little jars of snippers, and you open them up and you can smell what the tea is going to taste like. And that helps people decide whether they want one tea or another tea, which blends they like the best. And really, that is wonderful. But it also really is connecting you with the tea. So you're just going to lift up and then take the moment, take the breath, gently inhale. And now think about what it smells like. So for me, this blend of black teas, I can smell like some maltiness. It's almost like I know it's black tea, so I know it's morning, so there's caffeine in there. There's like a hint of sweetness in there. There's just so much to the flavor that I can smell. And then think about what it makes you think of. That morning peace, that grounding. This is kind of earthy in nature. um, very robust, very bold, and I love it. And take the time to let your nose kind of enjoy the tea first. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, I am going to hope that this new microphone that we're hoping fixes our audio issues. Hopefully, this will pick it up. In fact, I'm going to actually take it off of myself. Thank you to my son who got it for me for either Mother's Day or my birthday this year. And I want to just really be quiet, and hopefully, you'll be able to hear this. Did you hear it? Did you hear the sound of pouring that water? And it doesn't matter in this case. I'm going to put this back on. In this case, it's iced, but it could be hot water. It could be iced. It could be whatever. But as you can see, I've got the breakfast blend. This is what it looks like. I brewed it hot and then we let it cool naturally. No sugar or any other additives to it. Just life going crazy in the studio. My handy dandy assistant tries to help with something. But like as you can see, just regular beautiful color. Okay, I wasn't supposed to get to that part yet, but I couldn't resist. It's tea, everybody. Did you hear the sound of that water? So for me, that sound reminds me of brooks and streams or maybe a small waterfall. And it doesn't matter if you're drinking it hot or cold, that sound is a very relaxing sound if you just take a second and pour slowly. So I love the sound of when my electric tea kettle goes off and I know the water's ready to make tea because I'm like, yay, I get to drink it. And then when I'm pouring it in, or if I've made a pot of it and then I'm pouring it into my cup, I know I'm about to enjoy that moment. Listen as you pour. That water being poured is really reminiscent of a lot of things that you'll see at waterfalls and nature hikes and things like that on a small scale. It is a very relaxing sound. And it allows you to be completely present in the moment as you're pouring the water. And that is just one of the great things. So the next thing I want to talk about is touch. And yes, you saw me touch my personal tea leaves. Um, but also, I want you to think about touching the glass. So I've got this glass right here, and as you can see, it's got some different edges to it. It's got a really, it's glass. This is cool because it's been in the refrigerator. If I had touched this big mug, it would be warm because I typically put my hot tea in this one, and it's very soft. I would feel the warmth, just kind of enjoying that moment. That touch, running your fingers along the tin or the rim, feeling the warmth or the cool, the contrast of ceramic or wood or metal on the outside. Hopefully you don't have metal on the inside because that's really not good for your teas, as we've talked about before. But really letting that sense of touch anchor you to the moment here and now, enjoying it, in that you're just taking a second and feeling the glass or the mug or whatever you have. And then finally, we get to taste. I know it's our favorite part about tea is how much it tastes, but like taste, sip slowly. Notice I didn't take a huge gulp down. I didn't go, all right. Now I have had teas like that where I am all about the caffeine first thing in the morning. I'm like, let me have it as fast as I can drink it. But that's not what we're doing in this moment. Sip slowly. Really take time to taste it. This isn't supposed to be a gulp, more like a whisper, you know? Let it really enjoy the moment and just sip slowly. It tastes so good, even without anything added in. It doesn't need sugar or anything. I love that. Connect with the tea. And that's what tea's really all about anyway. It's about connection. Connection to other people, connection to your community, connection to that peaceful moment. So, one of the things is, for instance, our new blend that is coming out officially July 1st. It was one that we created for one of our quarterly live sales. And then we had a lot of people that really loved it and they wanted me to make it permanent. And so we've done some testing and things, and it will become officially permanent and available. Highland Dawn will on July 1st. But why do I bring that up? Because that tea, when we were creating it, really brought me back to sitting down at the kitchen table with my grandparents when I was young. And really, that our version of the Scottish breakfast tea blend was what I remembered, similar to what I remember drinking with my grandparents. And having that moment and having that connection with that memory and that wonderful feeling of being down there. And they lived south of us, so I always think of it as down there, but like that connection with family, with others, with the tea itself, with things that I didn't enjoy as much, those Scottish cookies that didn't have the high sugar that the American kid really, really was after, versus now where I'd be like, I would enjoy that cookie without as much sugar. That's what tea is about. It's about connecting with that childhood memory. It's about connecting with others that you're enjoying the tea with. It's about connecting with others who enjoy the same tea as you. Tea is just this bridge back to yourself and to your memories and to those wonderful moments of sharing it with someone or with other people. So that's why you take that moment and go through those five senses. Slow down and really enjoy it. And it will help you relax, be a little less stressed in that chaotic moment, and enjoy a really great just cup of tea. You deserve peace. You deserve to be present in the moment, and you don't need this big on vacation to get it. You can just take a moment, your cup of tea, and your senses, and just really relax. So, again, that wasn't what I was originally going to talk about yesterday when we had the audio issues, but I really wanted to share it. And I did promise everybody I would record something today for those that had that glitch during the audio portion. Hopefully, the new microphone is working better for everybody. But I wanted to say thank you for sharing this moment with me, maybe both yesterday and today. If it spoke to you, I ask you to share this video with a friend or maybe another tea lover. Share this with maybe someone who's having that moment. Let's help people remember what it feels like to kind of come home to themselves one little cup of tea at a time, or connect with others and really relax and enjoy the moment. So, that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. And we will be live next Sunday, hopefully, with no more technology glitches, 6 p.m. Central Time. I look forward to seeing everybody and have a great week.